You will have a choice of either the Skype call or a $25 gift card to a coffee location of your choice, so that if you don't want to talk to me, no hard feelings, you can just drink a cold drink or a hot drink and think of me and just be like, thanks, Nikki. Hi guys, first things first, yes, I am filming in a new background. Woo, 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 woo. I don't know what that was. I'm raising the roof. I'm attempting to like amp the energy around the fact that I'm in a new background. I don't know. This room is actually a room in our new house that I am using as a office. And Shayna, my sister who works with me on YouTube stuff, we actually set this whole room up the other day and it is pretty much entirely set up. It's super cute. So I am gonna be doing not only an office tour soon, but also a house tour, but that's besides the point. I have been telling you guys, if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or anywhere else, I've been telling you guys that I had a really exciting announcement to make today, and believe it or not guys, the background is not the exciting announcement. It is exciting, but I have actually two other very exciting announcements to make. All right, is everybody ready? I feel like I need a drum roll. Drum roll, please. Announcement number one. I am going to be doing on my channel, Make It Happen May. Yeah, so if you are new to my channel, let me explain to you what Make It Happen May is going to be and what it is. So occasionally on my channel, I like to do themed months. In the past, I've done How to Be Happy January, which was kind of like the first thing that like kicked it off a few years ago. Follow Your Dreams February, what else did I do? Change It Up September. I've done a bunch of random themes, and pretty much for the entire month, the videos are kind of broad topics that I try to find like that common thread to string them together. And it's really about looking at the whole month, having a conversation about this one topic, and kind of seeing everything through that lens for the whole month so that you can really make a step forward in that one area. Because it really focuses me on something, like it's not just something that I do on my channel, it's something that I do in my life and I share on my channel. Every week will also be themed, and part of like, there'll be like different elements that are involved in making things happen. And the reason that I decided to do hashtag Make It Happen May is because, I don't know about you, but so far 2015 has been insane for me. It's been a really great year. I feel really blessed in a lot of areas, but it's also been a hard year. Just like I feel like every other year in my life, this year has brought along brand new challenges that have been exciting and really hard. And here we are about halfway through the year, and I feel like it's almost like I need a little bit of an adjustment. It's time to change some things, make some things happen. That was a truck going by. I have my window open in my office. Sorry, it's loud. And because we are almost halfway through the year, crazy, right? I feel like it's time to just make a shift and focus and make the things that I want to happen, happen. So yeah, that is gonna be my focus for the month and the theme on the channel. Now, that is only exciting announcement number one. Now, exciting announcement number two, which is actually almost more exciting than exciting announcement number one, and kind of nerve-wracking, kind of makes me want to poop my pants. It's not that big of a deal, but kind of. I'm gonna tell you now, but I need a drum roll. I don't hear you drum rolling. Okay, I'll still do it anyways. So this month is not going to be a one-way conversation. I don't want it to be a one-way conversation. I've never wanted it to be a one-way conversation, so it's not going to be a one-way conversation. Starting this Monday, May 4th, I am going to be launching something that I have wanted to launch literally for years in conjunction with my series, and I've actually tried to do it before and had a really hard time getting it off the ground. So this Monday I am launching something called The Gang magazine, and it is a website. I guess you could call it like a blog. It is a blog. I don't know why I'm saying I guess you could call it a blog. It's a blog. And The Gang is going to be an extension of what I do on my channel. So yeah, The Gang is going to be an extension of what I do on my channel. It's going to be a place to dive in and focus on the theme and what we're talking about all month. Okay, and here's what is the most exciting to me. I want you guys to send your submissions to be featured on The Gang. Are you a dancer? Are you a poet, a writer, a singer? Do you make YouTube videos? Are you a photographer? Whatever it is that you do that it feels like is a great way to have a conversation around making things happen, I want to see your original work. So not only can you join the conversation just by commenting on videos and on articles that will be on The Gang, because we will be posting 5 days a week on that website in conjunction with the videos that I'm doing over here, but also you can submit to have your work published on The Gang. And I'm really excited because in the past you guys would make stuff and you would send it to me on Twitter, which you can still totally do and I want you guys to do. I want to have the conversation on Twitter and Instagram. I love retweeting stuff, but now it's going to be like one hub for us to all come together and talk about the same thing, and we can all be a part of a gang, except not a bad gang, a happy gang. Join the gang. So yeah, I'm really excited. So if you want to send your work, you can send it to this email. It is thegangsubmissions@gmail.com for a chance to have your work featured on the site. So I am really excited. By the way, straight up this site was like hardcore inspired by rookiemag.com. I have been such a fan of Tavi Gevinson for a while now. I feel like I've watched every TED Talk or interview she's ever done, and I just think she is such an incredible young woman, and I really want to meet her one day. So if anybody knows Tavi and wants to set that up, I'm here. But seriously, I kind of copied her model of reader submissions, but then also having people on staff to write, and yeah, I'm really excited. So long intro, but that is really like the big point of today's video. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna hop right in, but stay tuned till the end of the video if you want to enter a special giveaway that I'm doing to celebrate not only Make It Happen May, which is launching today but really launches next week, but also the gang. I'm doing a giveaway to celebrate the gang. You guys joining my gang. We're all in a gang. So I'm going to move on to my favorites. Also, everything that I mentioned, I'm going to try and link down below. So I'm gonna hop right in. I have some literally miracle working products in my favorites this month. Like one of them, I'm gonna start with that. It was literally miraculous, and I'm not being dramatic. So let me grab it off the floor. Okay, so I have been in a craze, probably like most of the women in America. I don't know about the rest of the world, but I have been in a oil diffusing craze. And one of the first oils that I picked up when I started doing oil diffusing was lavender. And to those of you that don't know what oil diffusing is, let me back up. Basically, it's like this machine, like a humidifier, where you put in essential oils into the water, you turn it on, and then it kind of shoots the humidity, the steam into the air, but it has the oils in it. So it not only makes the room smell, but if you are using therapeutic grade oils, they actually have like therapeutic qualities. I don't know why I put quotes around that. So lavender, like I said, was the first oil that I purchased, and supposedly this brand now is not actually therapeutic grade, but let me just tell you. So I did a little bit of research, and I was on Pinterest and I started reading on essential oils, and I found this one mom who said, oh my gosh, lavender is incredible for burns. And I knew lavender was good for your skin because my friend Christina, or Fully Raw Christina here on YouTube, had told me before that lavender was great for acne scarring. And she said, oh yeah, any scarring, it's great. But this mom that I had stumbled across, she specifically said that her son one night got a burn blistered up. She put lavender oil on it, and she literally watched the blister go down and his skin flatten. And I was like, whoa, that's a miracle if I have ever heard one. So it was kind of ironic because the next day, I remember thinking like, well, this will be good to know if I ever like severely burn myself, but I don't really ever burn myself, right? I think you know where this is going. So the next day I was cooking in the kitchen with Dan, and I reached over to grab a pan off our stovetop, but our stovetop is different than our last one, and whatever. I ended up hitting my entire side of my hand on a pan, like to the point where I was like, oh my gosh, I think I just burned myself the worst I've ever burned myself in my life. Like I almost thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. It was so bad, and I was like, lavender oil. So I ran into the other room, I got the lavender oil, I smothered my hand in lavender oil. I actually took a Snapchat of it. I might have screenshotted the Snapchat because I think I thought it was such a miracle. I wanted to show you guys, but if I don't have it, I'm sorry, but you should follow me on Snapchat. Total side note, I put it on the burn. My hand stopped burning. I never had a blister. I never had a scar. I literally, when I burned myself the tiniest amount, I had to keep ice or like a water bottle on my burn for so long. It was insane what the lavender oil did to my skin. Insane. So literally miracle worker, and this supposedly isn't the therapeutic grade. So I bought this. I did buy a couple of doTERRA, which supposedly are therapeutic grade. Not as much of a fan because they're so much smaller. They seem to go out, like you run out of them so much faster, but I don't know, I might change my mind as I order more. I've been using lemon, orange, grapefruit, and then I have 2 peppermints actually, like a doTERRA and then a Now brand peppermint. Probably the ones that I get the most burn out of. Oh, and I just bought tea tree oil too, because tea tree oil is supposed to be really great for allergies, if anyone is sick, to fight bacteria, all of that. But probably lavender, peppermint, and grapefruit are the ones that I've been burning the most. So essential oils and oil diffusing are definitely like my first favorite of the month. All right, so my next favorite of the month is a lipstick. I'm clearly not doing this in any order, but I'm really excited to be doing a favorites video because it's been so long. My next favorite is a lipstick, and this lipstick, I know I've talked about it before in videos because I've been obsessed with it for the last month. My friend Amy, or Amy Thompson, who is actually a cast member over on Just Like That, which is a channel that I produce, I was over at her house one day and I was looking at, like, we were working on her computer because I was working with her on a video, and she pulled up a video and she had purple lipstick on, and I was like, girl, that purple lipstick looks so good on you. And she's like just as white as I am, so I left her house. I was like, if Amy can rock a purple lipstick, I can too. So I went to the drugstore and I picked up, and it was great because I thought, I wonder if I'm gonna have to go through a few crappy purple lipsticks to find a really great one, but I didn't. The first one I got was amazing. I'm obsessed. I get stopped very frequently. Actually, that's a lie. I can't lie to you guys. I pretty much just get asked on Instagram or Twitter what I'm wearing on my lips when I wear this. And this is the Brazen Berry 905 lipstick from, I believe this is L'Oreal. Oh no, it's Maybelline. I always think it's L'Oreal, but it's Maybelline. So good. It's almost kind of sheer. I like putting lip balm on and then putting this on afterwards. It is what I'm wearing today. I'm obsessed with it. It is so smooth. It feels nice and hydrating. I mean, I know I put lip balms on first, but I still feel like it feels nice and hydrating. I love this color, and if you are a pale person looking for a drugstore purple lipstick, I highly recommend checking this one out. Okay, I decided I'm gonna try to do some semblance of order here, so I am gonna keep doing makeup. So I have 2 makeup favorites. The first one is, well, I don't know which one. I'm gonna start with a brand new one. I've never mentioned anything from this brand. I've never really tried much of anything from this brand, and this is the Coola Mineral Sunscreen Unscented Matte Tint Natural BB Cream. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me tell you why I love this stuff. So here's the deal. I got a bunch of Coola stuff when I went to the Tone It Up retreat back in the summer, and I tend to acquire a good amount of products because when you make videos on YouTube, people will send you a lot of stuff. So I have this like bin in my closet where I keep everything like put in bags, like hair stuff, skin stuff, whatever. And basically, this is a long story. Dan's been working welding recently, and he had like a really bad sunburn on his neck, and we think that our sunscreen wasn't working. So I was like, let me go upstairs. I feel like I have extra sunscreen upstairs. So I went up, and sure enough, I did. I had like brand new Coola sunscreen, which I pulled out for him. It smells amazing. It's like the sprayable tropical sunscreen. But then I also found this from Coola, and I actually needed a new SPF for my face. So I was like, oh, okay, this looks interesting. I opened it. Turned out it was tinted, which I just didn't, I don't know, glazed past that. The tint matches my skin really well. But what is way more cool is the fact that not only is it SPF 30, guys, this stuff makes my face more matte than anything I have ever tried. So if I'm having a no makeup day, it's really awesome because I was using primer before, like on no makeup days, because my face would get so shiny with products, and then when I turn, you can see all the scarring in my face because of the shine. And this stuff, if I don't want to wear makeup, my skin looks so like youthful because it's not oil central. It is so matte. Like I said, SPF 30. I believe this whole line is a very natural line, and yeah, it's got flaxseed oil, omega-3s, gamma linoleic acid, shea butter. So I'm literally obsessed. That was very aggressive, literally, but I love it. So the next favorite is actually this Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. So you might be like, what the heck, Nikki, you've been wearing this forever. Why is it a favorite? Here's why it's a favorite. I don't know about you guys, but I get into like routines with foundation, and I don't want to change it up. And I think the thing is, your skin changes color throughout the year, and sometimes you don't even realize it. So when I was up looking for sunscreen, I found that I had another Tarte foundation, but this one, when I pulled it out, I was like, oh, it's a different color. I really like the color I'm using, but I tried it out, and this one has more peach undertones, and I don't know, man, I love it. I think I like the color better than what I was wearing before, which I can't remember the name of the color I was wearing before. I'll put it here. And then the color that I'm wearing now, this is Fair Light Honey. So this has more of a peach undertone rather than a yellow undertone, which I thought I wasn't gonna like because, whoa, I almost fell off my bench. I thought it was gonna make me pink, but it doesn't. I love it. And if you've never tried the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundations, I highly recommend them. I love them. My sister actually just went to Sephora and she bought one, and I didn't know that, and she came into work and I was like, dude, you look so good. Like your skin, your makeup. She's like, I just finally bought nice foundation. Like I saw you using the Tarte, so I went and I got it. And I was like, whoa, like it just looked really, really great. So I highly recommend getting like a sample from Sephora, trying it out. I love it so much. All right, so next I'm going to move on to food favorites. I have 2 different food favorites for the month. So the first one, this might sound boring, it's a protein shake. And it's actually kind of like my health shake too, because my homeopathic nutritionist has me on like a shake that is supposed to help with your hormone levels and the blood sugar in your body. So I'm supposed to be taking this stuff, and it's also got a lot of protein in it too. But I decided I wanted to up my protein even more because if you follow me on my blog or on Twitter, you know that I am doing the bikini series through Tone It Up. And when I signed up for that, I got sent a small case of the Perfect Fit protein powder, which is Karina and Katrina's protein powder line that they developed, and it was in the chocolate flavor. So I made together like a little concoction of my drink, and it tastes like I'm drinking, oh my gosh, I just realized I have more left over. Guys, seriously, this stuff is so good. It tastes like, ooh, that doesn't look cute on camera, but it's so good. Like a chocolate peanut butter milkshake. So basically what I do, I take 2 bananas, I put in the powder from my doctor, one of my doctors, and then I take the chocolate Perfect Fit protein powder and I pour that in there as well. Then I add almond butter to the mix. Then I put some ice in the cup, and then I add unsweetened vanilla almond milk, and I blend it all together. And it is absolutely amazing. I love just like hanging out and drinking my drink while I get my work done or in the kitchen contemplating life. I don't even know. Peeps, it's really good. So that's my first food favorite. All right, so my next food favorite is not healthy at all, really, by any stretch of the imagination, but I like to consider it healthy because it's not full of all the extra added junk and, excuse me, I'm burping, that's cute, and weird chemicals. So that is, I mean, really the whole brand, but specifically these products, the Alter Eco Organic Truffles. Oh, guys, I didn't even think I liked truffles until I started eating these. So let me just tell you what happened. Basically, I bought a couple of their chocolate bars from Whole Foods, which are so good, and I featured them on my Instagram. Well, the company reached out to me and they asked if they could send me some stuff. So they sent me truffles. They also sent me other stuff too, because they do like rice and quinoa and stuff like that. And basically the brand, it's a fair trade, organic, non-GMO company. So they make all these really cool products, and they have, like, you know, like I said, rice, quinoa, things like that, and they source them from farmers around the world. They buy directly from them. So like these truffles, let's look at the organic sea salt truffles. Literally the ingredients are cane sugar, I know, it's still sugar, it's not great, but you'll see. Cacao beans, coconut oil, cocoa butter, whole milk, sea salt, and vanilla beans. Literally, guys, so good, I can't even handle it. When I have these in the house, I usually have like 2 a day. They're so creamy and amazing, and I highly recommend not only checking out this whole brand, but specifically checking out these truffles at your local Whole Foods. The other one's on the floor. I'm too lazy to pick it up, so there's that. All right, so I have a couple other things. The next thing, I have some fashion items coming up too, but I want to cover my favorite podcasts of the month, because I have 2 podcasts, and then I have an Audible book too that I'm listening to. The first one is a podcast called Serial, not like the edible item, but like serial killer. I was turned on to this podcast by, once again, Amy, who I mentioned about the purple lipstick. She told me, she was like, you have to listen to this podcast. It is so good. And basically what it is, it's not like the podcast I typically listen to where, I'm joking, where there's like a host every week that just talks about different things. This is one story told throughout 12 episodes. And basically it's a woman, her name is Sarah Koenig, I believe, and she used to be a reporter at like the Boston Globe. I feel like I'm making that up, but she used to be a newspaper reporter, and she received an email one day about a young boy, he's not a young boy anymore, but a boy who was imprisoned at age 17 for life for a murder, and they had no physical evidence when they locked him up. So this whole series kind of just goes in and she investigates, like, why was he put away? What were the stories? Like, what was the evidence that they found against him to justify putting a 17-year-old in prison for life? So it is so interesting. I watched it, or I listened to it one day just because I literally have this thing. I can't like drive or do my makeup or take a shower. I always want to be like learning something and listening to something. And I was like, what do I feel like listening to? I guess I'll listen to that podcast that Amy mentioned. And I listened to it. So good, so good. I listened to it over the course of 3 days and I'm like devastated that it's over. I wish it was still going. That's really sad because it's actually about someone's real life, so it's very serious, but really good. I highly recommend checking it out. I think it's like #2 in all of the podcast like store right now. So good. Second podcast is called Startalk, and it's hosted by Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is an astrophysicist. He's like the face of science now. And I actually used to not be a huge fan of him, but I don't know why. I didn't have any reason. That's super like judgy, but I just kind of was like whatever about him. And I've actually gotten really into him now. And he hosts a podcast, which is more typically like the ones I listen to, where every week he's just hosting it. It's different. He has Bill Nye on episodes every once in a while because Bill Nye is now like the president of the Planetarium Society or something crazy like that. And he's like a real scientist. He wasn't just like Bill Nye, the science guy. And they talk about space exploration. And I just listened to an episode where they were interviewing Elon Musk, the creator of, or the founder of Tesla Motor Company, and who also the founder of SpaceX. So it's just a really interesting podcast. If you are into space, which I am super into space, I highly recommend checking that out. And then the last one is an Audible book, and it is called Getting Things Done. One day I was talking to my dad. I was like, Dad, I have all these projects that I'm working on and things that I want to do, but I feel like in some ways I'm doing too much, but really I feel like I just don't have the greatest organizational system, and that's what it comes down to. But it's hard to have an organizational system because everything that I do and my job is so like ever changing. It changes all the time, hour by hour. Things just kind of get thrown at you and you have to deal with them. And I'm talking about actually making a living at it, not like the hobby of YouTube, but like in order to actually make a living at it, there's just a lot of things that get thrown at you that you have to deal with. And I said, I still need some semblance of organization. And he said, check out this book called Getting Things Done. It's not that long, but he has a great system for people who are working in this generation, frankly, like a different way of organizing to-do lists, and a way that is more manageable when you have a job, which a lot of people have this kind of job now just with the internet and technology. Jobs are changing, that if you have a job that is constantly shifting throughout the day and it's not really set, he said this system is great. So I've been listening to it on Audible, and if you are feeling the same way, slightly out of control, wanting to get your life more harnessed, but you aren't sure why because your schedule's all, or how, because your schedule's all over the map, I highly recommend checking that book out. Moving on to fashion favorites. This is a long video, I know. My first favorite is this hat. Ooh, I wore this hat to Coachella. If you watched my Coachella video, which if you didn't, please watch it. I worked really hard on it. I felt like a visual DJ in it. I got this hat at Coachella at Costco, or in Indio at Costco. It is so cute. I love it so much, and most importantly, it fits my massive head. So I just thought it was super like retro feeling, but also kind of classic feeling too. I feel like this with like my Ray-Ban Clubmasters, just like so cute. So this hat kept my face nice and shaded at Coachella, so that was nice. My next favorite are sunglasses. I got, oh, you can see my ring light. I got these sunglasses maybe 3 weeks ago, and these are from the brand Key. I always want to call them Quay, but I absolutely love them. I don't think I featured them before in these videos. Maybe I have, but I don't feel like I have. I just love Key. I am excited to buy more of their sunglasses. They're almost in tie for my favorite brand now with Ray-Bans. I don't know, Ray-Bans like just holds a special place in my heart. It's hard to replace that, but I think that Key is definitely a runner-up. And then my last fashion favorite are my matte black leather Birkenstocks. Ew, it looks so gross with my feet print on it. But I have been wanting just a matte black pair of Birks for like a year and I just never bought them. So I decided before Coachella to buy them, and I'm so happy because clearly, as you can see by the nasty stained feet on them, I have been wearing them a lot and I absolutely love them. So they're super comfortable, super cute. I realize some people think they look like Frankenstein shoes. Other people think they look classic and hippie-ish. I feel like I sit in the latter because obviously I bought them. I think they look classic and hippie-ish. I'm obsessed with them. So yeah guys, only 42 minutes later, that brings me to the end of my favorites video. So now it is time for the giveaway. So I'm actually going to be giving away a Skype call. I want to get on the phone and talk with one of you, and so yeah, I'm gonna be giving away a Skype phone call for us to hang out and talk. I don't know, maybe that doesn't excite you that much. Maybe you want to keep me on this side of the computer not talking to you. That's fine. You will have a choice of either the Skype call or a $25 gift card to a coffee location of your choice, so that if you don't want to talk to me, no hard feelings, you can just drink a cold drink or a hot drink and think of me and just be like, thanks, Nikki. Okay, so basically how you enter: thumbs up this video if you liked the video. Subscribe to my channel here, youtube.com/NikkiPhillippi. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you want to make happen for Make It Happen May. Even if it's not set in stone, what you think you want to make happen for Make It Happen May. And then follow The Gang magazine on all of the social sites that I have for it. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and those links will be down below. So yeah guys, that is it. I am so excited for Make It Happen May. Be sure to send me stuff on Twitter using the hashtag #MakeItHappenMay, and be sure, if you want to get a head start on submitting your work for the gang, submit them to thegangsubmissions@gmail.com, and I will see you all very soon. I am super, super excited. I will see you soon. Bye guys.